Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end, no dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning they. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
Oh, hey everybody, welcome to Nick the Rat Radio, episode 154, coming to you live from the sewers of Brooklyn, New York. I'm Nick the Rat, and tonight we're not talking about rage. Isn't that like a Jewish camp or something? No, tonight we are going to be having philosophical discussions, everybody. We're going to open up the first time philosophy line, and you'll be able to call in and you know, talk philosophy smack with me. The main point of tonight's topic is going to be, what is that? Oh yeah, Free Willy and Fate. Sounds like a porno with a fat guy and a stripper. We're going to do our simultaneous snapping of the beer cap, so get your beer caps ready, or your water bottles that have a cap on it that you have to use a beer opener on. Anyway, let's do this. Oh, it got stuck on there. That's the first. In like the 2-3 years of me doing this, this is the first time the beer cap got totally just stuck right on there. It's hold on, I'm gonna have to go at it from the other side now. This is got it. It's gonna be a real loose philosophical discussion, because I've always seen with philosophy, it's interesting, especially like when you're a teenager, but it doesn't really get you anywhere unless you're gonna teach it to teenagers. It's good to think about it. It could straighten your life out a little bit. It could give you the way. It could show you the way if you need to know the way. It could show you the way. It might help you get over. It might help you get over being dumped, I guess, or it could help you. It could help you in a lot of ways, but also not really at all, because it always circles back. I'm going to be giving my opinion on philosophy as well later. Like, I'll be discussing it and probably talking about it. It's going to be, it'll be slightly interesting. And if it's not, then you could just listen to the music and skip the parts where we're discussing the philosophy, because the music is always a banging. It's always free music on SoundCloud, CC BY, mostly synthwave. I usually start with synthwave, then I switch it to classical, and then I do remixes, usually. That seems to be the pattern I'm in currently. So now you know everything we're talking about tonight. You could probably just turn the show off if you want, I guess. If you could listen to the show on nicktheratradio.com. You could listen to it on Twitch, twitch.com/nicktherat. I'm streaming it there now too. So if you're a Twitcher, the only philosophy I need is Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. This is true, but well, tomorrow I'm gonna be playing some D&D, so that'll be fun. There's gonna be a whole bunch of mutants down in the sewer, rolling dice. We're gonna start the show off how we usually start it off, with a real nice track, and this guy, I don't know, maybe he's a girl, I don't know. This person, sexist word now. Am I not allowed to say person? Her is female, because it sounds like a purse, right? So let's just call him a Manson. You know him, I know him. Well, you know the artist, I know the artist, Akira. And we're going to start it off with a little bit of Street Fighter. Oh, yeah.
I think, therefore I am. René Descartes. Only way to deal with an unfree world, it becomes so absolutely free that very existence is act of rebellion. Okay, whatever. Kamos. If universe is meaningless, so is the statement that it is so. The meaning and purpose of dancing is to dance. You just want to dance, you know? Yeah, I don't know what. The water, driving force of all nature. Leonardo da Vinci. One cannot step twice into same river. Heraclitus. Chicken, Peter, you just a little chicken. Cheep, 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 cheep. Cheep, 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 cheep. Ha ha ha. That me, Tommy Wiseau. I'd rather sit on pumpkin, have all to myself, than be crowded on cushion. Henry David Thoreau. It is a mark of educated mind to be able to entertain thought without accepting it. Aristotle. Why are there being at all? Instead, nothing. Heidegger. The more universe seems comprehensible, the more it seems pointless. God, we're true, man. Weinberg. Optimism, madness. That all well when we miserable. Voltaire. We learn from history that we do not learn from history. There you go. Whoever fight monster should see that in the process he do not become monster. And if you gaze long enough into abyss, abyss will gaze back to you.
What the hell is that? That's what most philosophy sounds like usually. It's just it's James Franco pretending to be Wazoo, saying a whole bunch of stuff. Well, you know, it's you know the free will and the destiny thing. Kind of it usually breaks down to philosophy and science are kind of go hand in hand because they are where they're at because of the physical world. We exist in the physical, so a lot of people like I don't know who they were, but I didn't really do much research. There's like Descartes and all them people. And I did do some research, but there are so many names in my brain now that they all leaked out. So I'm going to be saying some super general philosophical stuff. And you could take from there. Well, you know, there's people that were like, we can't really trust our senses because they could be distorted and stuff. But then they also said that everything is mechanical, and basically we're probably just like a cog in the machine, and that's all fine and all. But the weird thing is, like, I know I have free will. Like, I'm drinking this beer right now, right? Like, I'm just chugging. Now, I did that. But why did I do that? That seems to be the nut of all philosophical questions. Are we really in control of our bodies? Do I sit up late at night touching myself because I'm fated to do it, or do I just have the free will to do that? I don't know. Sometimes I think about this and it keeps me up all night. And I thought maybe if I opened up a first-time philosophical line that, what the hell is this? What's going on my phone line here? I thought if I open up the first-time philosophical line that I might get some actual philosophers. See, why does it gotta be Phil? Like, that's another fucking masculine patriarch issue we have right here. What can we call philosophy other than philosophy? Like, because Phil is definitely a dude's name. A dude named Phil exists. I never heard of a dudette named Phil. What's a gender neutral name? How about James? There's female James. Why don't we call it Jamelosophy? No, that's stupid. 917-719-5923. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do. This is so weird. Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Hey, that kind of sounded like me. Yeah. So that was a phone call. Thanks for the voicemail. Come on, there's got to be better voicemails than that. 917-719-5923 voicemail.
No. Nope.
Well. Thanks. We're shooting for the moon tonight, everybody. I'll be opening the phone lines later. They're not live right now, so if you call right now, you'll get a voicemail. When I do set the thing live, it might work. It might not, though. I don't know. I'm having no luck. I heard Mercury's in retrograde again. I could probably do a year-long show about Mercury in retrograde. Retrograde. But maybe we should listen to a little bit more music, and then we'll get into the mood. Maybe after we're in the mood, we'll get some voicemails and some people that could maybe expand my mind because my mind is pretty shrunken or something. It's definitely not 12 billion by uncredited. Right? Yeah, there we go.
That is interesting, but still, if I can't have Nick the Rat on my station, it's not going to be a good station. And I just don't know if Nick can if the public airwaves.
Are you running Nick on the No Agenda stream?
Absolutely. Live, baby. Yeah. Kidding me? Even you listen to Nick the Rat. Come on.
I have listened.
Anyway,
I listened.
The point of the segment was you typically would wind up by saying, "Wow, corporate media sucks. Podcasting's where it's at."
Nine, 1, 7, 7, 1, 9, 5, 9, 2, 3.
Newtonian determinism says that the universe is a clock, a gigantic clock that's wound up at the beginning of time, and it's been ticking ever since according to Newton's laws of motion. So, what you're going to eat 10 years from now, on January 1st, has already been fixed. It's already known using Newton's laws of motion. Einstein believed in that. Einstein was a determinist. Well, does that mean that a murderer, a horrible mass murderer, isn't really guilty of his works because it was already preordained billions of years ago? And Einstein said, well, yeah, in some sense that's true. Even mass murderers were predetermined. But he said, they should still be placed in jail. Heisenberg then comes along and proposes the Heisenberg uncertainty principle and says, nonsense. There's uncertainty. You don't know where the electron is. It could be here, here, or many places simultaneously. This, of course, Einstein hated because he said God doesn't play dice with the universe. Well, hey, get used to it. Einstein was wrong. God does play dice. Every time we look at an electron, it moves. There's uncertainty with regards to the position of the electron. So what does that mean for free will? It means in some sense we do have some kind of free will. No one can determine your future events given your past history. There's always the wild card. There's always the possibility of uncertainty in whatever we do. So when I look at myself in a mirror, I say to myself, what I'm looking at is not really me. It looks like me, but it's not really me at all. It's not me today, now. It's me a billionth of a second ago, because it takes a billionth of a second for light to go from me to the mirror and back.
Oh man, that was Senor Kaku, who's into the whole science, theoretical science. Gotta love that word right there, theoretical science. Probably didn't help make anything yet. No, I'm sorry. I'm hating on the chaos. Not chaos. What is that stuff called? Quantum. Hating on the quantum. Quantum is like explains chaos or tries to, but you can't really explain the unexplainable. You know, Einstein thought there was it's weird how you can talk about scientists could talk about philosophy, but can philosophers talk about science? Not really. Yeah, I do really hate, not a big fan of quantum. I don't know how it's gonna work. Maybe, you know, show me some actual use for it other than GPS and maybe super fast computers one day, but for now it sounds like a catchphrase. Yeah. So Kaku was saying, like, you know, you can't determine the future by stuff that happened in the past, but science could determine pretty damn close to the future what's going to happen from the past. Like, if you drop an egg out of an airplane, it's going to fall at like 9-point-something meters per second, right? Are we talking about science tonight or philosophy or art? Art and philosophy can mix together too, right? 917-719-5923. Wow, this is a long voicemail. Oh boy.
Oh my. I think we've gone through some kind of time warp. Doesn't used to be like this. And
Now it's Nick the Rat's amazing time.
yeah, it's and all kinds of hurt.
And now, gentlemen, ladies, and other alien Jovian life forms.
Did I call myself?
What's going on, Nick the Rat? It's Rick. It's been a while since I've dropped in, and I just thought that I'd stop by and talk about the latest thing that you need to know about.
Ooh.
It is the penguin polar shift. That's right. See, the penguins are getting together
Penguin polar shift
on Sol Invictus, or Sol Invictus, however you want to pronounce it. And they are going to use their penguin energy and the mass.
Sorry, technical difficulties.
Oh, oh my.
And they are going to use their penguin energy and the mass of their combined corporeal presence to cause a shift in the South Pole. And this will cause drastic magnetic changes that will have a ripple effect across the globe. Once this hits the North Pole, that will tend to shift, and then it will cause a rippling effect back down the planet. So you're looking at like a belly dancer, apparently, the way that they ripple their muscles. So I'd be very scared of this. Absolutely. I'm out of here.
I'm confused. Was that me or Rick? Am I Rick? You ever kind of forget who you might be? Like, because like you never know if dreams are real. You know, weird shit happens in dreams and just go along with it. Like last night, I had to wear who's that snake guy from G.I. Joe? The mask. Like, it was like a society where if you don't want to be arrested, you had to wear that mask. And I had that dream, but I was just like, hey, sure, this is normal. And yeah, it was a good dream.
Hey man, I was just wondering what your show is going to be about this week because you haven't said anything yet.
It's philosophy. We're talking about philosophy tonight, everybody. And yeah. But actually right now, we're going to have to talk about the philosophy of making money. And to make money, sometimes you have to spend money. And when you spend money, you should probably buy something from one of these following advertisements that we have to play. They're 100% non-allergenic, geriatric anal? What the hell? Who wrote this copy? Run the ad.
Amazing coffee comes from amazing coffee beans. Everyone knows the freshest beans grow in the sewer. The darker the better, baby. Dark sewer coffee.
That's one damn fine cup of coffee.
Yeah, it was Cobra Commander. With the metal mask on his face. We had to like wear that. It was a weird weird society. Don't know what was going on behind the mask, but wait, we have to play another ad? Oh, all right. Jesus Christ, play the fine.
Oh my God, look out!
Sir, everyone died, except this one guy.
Guy? My name is Bill.
Oh my God, Bill! How did you avoid death like that?
I have balls. Crystal balls from the Dark Sewer Network. I'd be dead without them. Order your balls today. Only $69.99 for a pair.
Now, crystal balls, does that prove fate or free will? Because, like, the crystal ball is going to predict a future that already happened, which would be the fate. And then, but you abiling death in a fiery car crash is your free will, but you wouldn't. Your free will changes the fate. And are crystal balls quantum? Maybe one day quantum physics will create crystal balls. Once, I want to see some quantum balls, basically. That's what I hope philosophy turns into the future. Just quantum balls jiggling in people's faces. and maybe it'll make the stock market better. I don't know. Currently, the Entity there is not helping. Entity by Pex. We're gonna open up the phone lines after this, so get ready to talk on the first line. Philosopher, the first philosopher line, phone line. First time philosopher phone line. Up next. First, we got Entity with Pex.
Gotta get hard, man.
You don't buy high. 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 High.
High? You don't buy high?
You're building a rat ship.
One time, I tried to buy high. Real high. I learned my lesson. You don't buy high. Never buy high. Don't buy high. It'll leave you dry.
You don't buy high.
just had to laugh at Nick the Rat in the troll room. Nick says, buy high at 420. There's some good thinking there, Nick.
Oh, yeah. That's good. Good line, Nick.
Yeah, good way to go, Nick.
And welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio, everybody. That was Pex with Entity. I liked it. Did you like it? I liked it. You don't buy high. That was a fun couple episodes. There's a phone line you could call. It might work. I didn't test it out before the show. Because, hey, I don't got no time for that. And ain't nobody got time for that. 917-719-5923.
Everybody should laugh. We are having a good time.
You don't buy high. All right, that was a phone call. Let's see, do we have any other phone calls over here? Let's check this really quickly out. What is this one over here?
Hey, man, yeah, I heard you talking about philosophy and shit tonight.
What? Philosophy?
Shit's fucking annoying, man.
What?
You know, you can keep talking about stuff like that and never come to a conclusion. It's kind of like my sex life. So my wife always wants me to, get her knocked up and pregnant and stuff. So I pretty much stuck a Q-tip into my urethra so I can't expunge little wet soldiers into her cavity of love, if you know what I'm talking about. But
oh my God!
So this has been going on for a while. Oh shit! I gotta go. She's coming.
What the hell? Don't put anything in your urethra. Yeah. That's my philosophy. Oh boy, it's getting hot in here. Maybe we should listen to some real people talk about philosophy. Maybe we should listen to a little bit of Neil deGrasse Tyson talking about philosophy. That always puts a smile on my face.
There are more molecules in a cup of water than there are cups of water in all the world's ocean. Because of centrifugal forces, you weigh a little bit less on the equator than you do anywhere else on Earth. And if Earth spun once per 90 minutes, the centrifugal force will be so great that you would be floating above the ground, never touching the surface. The moon is spiraling away from Earth at a rate of about 2.5 inches per year. It's kind of cool that in Game of Thrones we have two dragons with two different colored breaths. Turns out astrophysically, blue flame is at least 3 times hotter than red flame. The act of dying while falling into a black hole is called spaghettification. Spaghetti. Planet Venus is so hot, if you took an uncooked pizza, put it on the windowsill, it would cook in 3 seconds. There are more molecules of air in a breath of air that you take than there are breaths of air in all the world's atmosphere. There's a far side of the moon, but there is no dark side of the moon. All sides receive sunlight throughout the month. So Pink Floyd's 1973 album, The Dark Side of the Moon, was an abomination of scientific truths. I've been spending decades since then undoing this misinformation. If dogs have such a good sense of smell, why do they have to put their nose into each other's butt to figure out what's going on there?
That's actually a good question.
That's just odd to me. You want some more? There are more bacteria in 1 centimeter of your lower colon than there are human beings who have ever been born. The rotation rate of the Earth is not constant. It is slowing down, caused by the action of the moon. Every now and then, we need to add a leap second to compensate for this. Hard to believe, but true. In 5 billion years, the sun will expand and engulf the entire orbits of Mercury, Venus, and Earth. Earth will be a charred ember descending down into The cosmic crucible that is the sun's core as we vaporize to our death. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Hey everybody, welcome back into the sewers. I'm trying to get some of this good stuff right here. I think drugs and philosophy go together pretty well because hey man, why not? Like, what else are you gonna do? Not do drugs? Like, oxygen is a drug. If you didn't have any oxygen, you wouldn't be doing anything. So, 917-719-5923. First line, first time philosopher's phone line is now. It's now active, I think. Well, maybe. I don't fucking know anymore. 917-719-5923.
Hey, Kev. This is Kev Bond. I got a joke for you, man.
Uh-oh.
So, I was walking into a bar one day, and the guy was like, hey, I bet you money you couldn't make this donkey laugh or cry. Look at him and say, hey, I'm going to go over here and do it right now. He goes over there, and he talks to him, and he whispers in his ear, and he gets real quiet, and then he starts just laughing. Well, the man walks back over there, and he said, hey, what'd you do? He's like, hold on, I bet you another $100 that I can go make him cry. He said, okay. So he walks over there to the donkey, whispers in his ear, and the donkey just sat there for a second and just cried his eyes out. And then he came back, man, was like, man, what'd you do? What'd you do? He's like, well, first I told him my dick was bigger than his. And then I showed him. Adios, mofo.
That was an okay joke. That was decent. Crying donkeys and dicks. Donkey's not going to understand you, man. See, that's another thing that separates people and animals is animals don't laugh at jokes. They'll just laugh at... Whoa, I see some titties in the chat room. Wow. I heard a funny joke from Joe Bob Briggs on... It was a blonde joke. It was a blonde walks into a doctor's office and her fingertip was shot off, and she's like, oh, I want to fix this. So the doctor's like fixing it up, and he's like, well, what happened here? She's like, well, I tried to commit suicide, and he's like, well, what? You try to shoot yourself in the finger to commit suicide? She's like, no, I'm not stupid. That wouldn't kill me. I didn't know that was gonna kill me. I was gonna shoot myself in the mouth, but I just got my teeth done, and it was a lot of money to get them done, so I didn't want to do it. And then I was like, maybe I'll shoot myself in the chest, but my house it's gonna get all. It's gonna rip a hole in my shirt, and my shirts. I just bought this. It was a lot of money, and I love this shirt, so I didn't want to do that. And then she said that she was like, well, I guess I could put the gun to my ear and shoot myself in the head. But then I was like, well, if I was going to shoot myself in the ear to shoot myself in the head, it's going to be really loud. So I put my finger up against my other ear. Yeah, that's a joke right there. I didn't say it very well, but if you think about it, it's pretty funny. Oh boy, we're talking about philosophy tonight, and everything that well, first I'm gonna try to smoke some of this weed. 917-719-5923.
I always come.
That's a keeper right there. Whew. Don't know if the phone line's working or not. But also, if you want to reach me, you could email me at nick@nicktherat.com. We have a website and an email address attached to it. And if you write Fast Blast in it on the title, I'll read it during the show. So let me check my email. Let me see if I have any Fast Blast emails. I got an email from Herman Miller. I don't have it. Wow, not one. Not one fast blast to the. Well, that's fine. I didn't want to read your emails anyway. I'm pretty sad now. And when I get sad, I gotta hear some music. So let's listen to 139 by Jeremy Reed.
I always come.
Motherfucker, I thought I told you one time, I'll tell you 16 times. Stop blasting that monkey bullshit up from the sewer. You're trampling my HS signal down to Mexico. I can't get my slave labor coats made. I can't get my signal down there because you're trampling my motherfucking signal. I can hear that shit coming up through my...
I'm pretty high right now. Wait, I mean, we're talking about philosophy tonight, and for us to be able to, whoa, sorry about that. And for us to be able to talk about stuff like philosophy, we need to expand our horizons of our mind. I think a lot of people, I think the one thing that philosophy is good for is that there is more to life than going to work and making money and... Oh, wait, I'm taking phone calls. Let's see if this works. Hello, caller.
Hi.
Do you hear? Hello? Oh, there's two callers.
There is.
Oh, so you hear me. This is a very good thing.
It is very good.
Yes.
Ooh. So this is the first time philosophy line. Do you guys have a philosophy that you live by?
Yeah, man. Bacon on stuff. You gotta put bacon on stuff.
All over the place.
Bacon on stuff. Well, you know, that sounds good, but there's probably some things that bacon doesn't go on.
Name one thing.
Well, okay. Well, I'm guessing you're talking about like hot bacon, like bacon that was frying in the oil and sizzling.
You can bake the bacon.
You can
have
bacon,
fresh bacon.
but it's still that just makes it crispy and hot.
You can wrap bacon around other things.
Well, I was going to say bacon on genitalia is probably not the best thing in the world, especially if it's like hot bacon. Maybe cold bacon though.
Yeah, cold bacon.
Oh,
cold bacon on genitals, not
either
not
genitals.
hot.
It doesn't matter, male, female.
Yeah, you can just slap that on, and
both can accommodate the bacon.
You know what? You might be right about this. This might be the best philosophy ever.
Yeah, we ought to try it out. right now. Do you have some bacon in the sewer? Any little bacon bits for your rat bits?
I got some wet newspaper.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, that's good for catching spirits, as long as it's, covered in beer.
Well, that's a
Maybe
throwback.
the spirits will bring you some bacon.
Well, bacon spirits. Man, bacon in the sky.
Spirits. Pig nipples.
Did you ever have bacon vodka?
Whoa. No.
Wait, is that bacon infused vodka?
Yeah, there was a bar in the city that had a jar of vodka, and they just threw some bacon in there, and they would sell it to suckers for like $5 a shot. It was pretty good. I liked it. I think I liked it. I was really drunk.
You must have liked it.
I had a couple. Like,
I'd rather have vodka-infused bacon. Just you have a pig, you get that pig fucking drunk every day on vodka. If that pig vomits, have it eat its own vodka vomit. And then make bacon from that fucking pig. But also soak the bacon in vodka before you fry it up.
You don't want to light a match around the pig that entire time it's alive.
You would not want to.
Well, you could cook it fast that way. Just inject him with. Oh man, that's animal cruelty. We can't be talking about this on well, yeah, we could after he's dead. After we slit his throat, we could probably throw some.
This animal was already meant for eating.
Yeah, it was
anyway.
It was. We said a prayer for him and we respectfully baconized him.
We respectfully infused this pig with vodka
Yeah, he was
and then
probably
ate it.
happy going that way. So your whole philosophy. Well, okay. Do you make a house out? Can you make a house out of bacon?
No, but you can put bacon on that house. If you really enjoy small animals and their company, the bacon will attract those animals to you.
That's true. You kill the bigger animal to give
You
yourself
can kill a bigger
sustenance,
animal.
and then you give it to get smaller animals. It's like it's the bacon of life.
The bacon of life. I feel like if Elton John didn't write a song about it, he really should.
I did hear. I
I'm
heard
surprised he hasn't.
Are you two from that Wait on the radio show?
We are on the radio.
It was
I keep forgetting the name of the
hold yourself in your most private way.
Hold
that
on.
show.
Stop touching me. Is that what it's?
Yeah, hold on. Whose hand is that?
You
that was my hand this whole time.
This whole time.
This whole time.
Mystery solved. Now we got to name it something else.
You guys mentioned something on there. You were talking about waffles. Waffles and
with ice cream and bacon on it.
Yeah, you put the waffle on an open fire.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the best way to have a pre-made waffle.
I used to just put the waffles in a toaster. Not anymore.
It was nature's toaster.
Fire's nature's toaster.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but if you're going to get all the, processed food, you might as well toast it on nature's.
Put it on a fire.
You might as well. And hopefully it doesn't spontaneously combust, which they did not.
Well, that's pretty good.
Considering all the petroleum distillates that were probably in those waffles.
Oh, man. Well, they
makes my mouth water just thinking about it.
Those waffles, they got to make them last a while. You can't. Ow.
You got to have a high shelf life.
Well, especially if you're making houses out. Wait, that's the bacon on that thing. So.
Oh yeah, that's true.
In your philosophy of bacon makes everything better. So like if. I'm gonna get a little bit morbid because but we'll say you had like a friend or a family member that died. You think just eating bacon will make it better?
Well, it would help the grieving process if they're still above the ground, but they're dead. Put some bacon in the casket with them. Send them on their way down the river Styx with some bacon.
Slide it like
you'll feel
Uncle
good.
Ricky's,
Then you go home and you eat a fucking
soup.
bacon sandwich.
That would be horrible. If you're like at a relative's funeral and you're slipping bacon.
Putting bacon in their shirt pocket.
Losing grease.
Gramps, you remember that time we had the waffles over the open fire? I'll miss you, Gramps. Just stuffed bacon inside his lapel or something.
Oh, jeez.
Coat pocket.
That's horrible.
Actually, I'm going to put that in my will. Bury me with bacon.
How many pieces of bacon are you saying?
Every person in the congregation at my funeral has to have a piece of bacon. They have to walk by the casket and like place it in or stuff it in my mouth.
Cooked bacon or raw bacon?
I want one piece of bacon in every pocket with me.
Does that include the anus? Is that a pocket?
Oh, well, hell, I'm already dead, so it's not like I'm going to object.
Flip him over. We gotta fill.
Flip that guy over.
He's got more pockets.
He's got more pockets back there. Son of a bitch was hiding one.
Well, I do think that might be one of the best philosophies I've ever heard. It's better than like Descartes.
Oh, no. I don't even know what you said.
I don't even know what I'm saying either. That's my philosophy. Actually, I guess I should share mine. I just tell
us.
Just don't care. Just don't really care. That's my philosophy is not giving a fuck. But
not giving a fuck.
But making yourself comfortable. You have to be comfortable and not give a fuck. I think that's the best way to live life.
I think you're right.
That's a great philosophy.
And that could either include or disclude bacon up your butt.
I mean, if you're not giving any fucks, you probably had bacon up your butt at least once.
Should be all right with it. No fucks are given.
Sliced bacon or the whole fucking just back? Just the whole pig back.
I want my baby back, baby back.
That's trademarked. You can't sing too much more of that, or
I didn't
get it.
I was just talking about
baby backs. Those smooth baby backs, which we can't do. No, can't go there either.
I was just talking about Shaft. I actually forgot Shaft's name for a second. I was like, "Who's that guy?" I'm just talking about the Flash. No, it's Shaft.
No,
I'm just talking about the Flash.
I'm just talking about Flash.
Oh my God! It's midnight in the sewer.
It is.
I just sparked a joint.
Really?
Oh yeah, we're sparking a joint.
We should light up for. Well, it's midnight in the East Coast sewer. I don't know what sewers everybody else is in, but let's do a preliminary pull, everybody together.
Oh, nice alliteration.
I don't think that makes sense though, but
no, it doesn't have to.
What's a word that means simultaneously with a P?
Parallel?
Let's do a parallel pull. There we go.
A parallel pull, sir.
Around the world.
Sounds like that's a fancy term for drag racing.
It's also a really crazy sex move.
Well, that goes along with your philosophy of not giving a fuck.
Well, you gotta pull a fuck sometimes.
Sometimes.
I'm gonna give you guys an
answer.
answer.
Now for the parallel pull.
I'm gonna give you guys an answer off the air now. Okay.
Okay.
The phone line works, everybody. That was the answer that I think we were all looking for. We should maybe go play. Let's play another song over here. We'll get back. We got more radio. We have more philosophy. If anybody would like to call or call back in, that's cool too. I don't really care. 917-719-592 Tandy 486 Vaporwall.
now. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Today was gonna be the day, but they'll never throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you're not to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads that lead you there are winding, and all the lights that light the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. You're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said maybe gonna be the one that saves me.
And we're back to Nick the Rat Radio, where we're talking about philosophy. That was Tandy Vaporwall. I heard a couple people in the audience died listening to that song. You know, every now and what the hell? Whoa, I gotta. Yeah, there we go. Turn that off. That was that wall, that wonder wall. It's weird how everything already exists. You can't think of something that doesn't exist. We're basically. I don't really think we're living in a simulation or a computer fucking generated thing. It's definitely bigger than a computer. That's why it's kind of silly whenever I hear that. But everything already does exist. We're just kind of reforming things to understand what is here a little bit better, but we'll never know all of it. And also, that's probably a good thing. Do you really want to know everything? I don't think you want to know all that there is, because I don't know. But if you do, maybe you'll give me a call. Look, we have a hello caller. Caller.
Hey, Rat.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
I am high. That's what I'm saying. Hi.
I'm high too. Hi. How are you?
Hi. Hi.
How are you?
Hi.
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 Hi. Hi.
Oh, hi. We're talking about how are you? I hope you're having a good evening, caller.
I'm having a pretty good evening. How are you?
I'm hi.
How high are you? I mean.
Hi.
God damn it.
Yeah, well, you keep looping it back in. I'm trying to break out of it, caller. Okay, so other than being high, how high are you?
I'm pretty. How high? I'm high enough. I don't know how high I am.
Well, yeah. Can you ever be too high? Because you could always go higher, right? There's always. I guess there's.
Presumably, you could go high enough.
Well, I guess the ultimate wall is death, right? And it's like there's see humans.
Yes, build a wall. Build a wall. That's what we gotta do. Build a wall.
A wall. Where? You can make a house.
A really high one. A high wall.
High wall? How high?
As high as we can get. High.
So humans well, I guess sentient creatures only really understand what's there and what's not there, and then they can only discuss what's in between.
We only care what we care about.
Which, yeah. But can you care about stuff you don't care? Maybe we are living a predetermined life because you can't care about stuff you don't care about.
No, but the higher I get, the more I care.
Do you really?
I do.
About stuff you didn't care about before?
No.
Well, see, then it doesn't change. It's you're on a predetermined path to only care about what you already have cared about.
You're true. We're all selfish. Okay.
We are. Is that a good thing to be?
No, it's a good thing.
Well, yeah, because there's self-preservation. Because if you weren't selfish, people would take your bacon.
I love bacon.
I know. Bacon's pretty good.
I'd wrap myself in bacon if I could.
Like a bacon mummy?
Yeah.
We had to hang up on that caller because mummy is a bad word to use, because there was also males wrapped up in shrouds and had their brains removed and filled with potpourri, which is now also probably a banned word because there's pop in there. And what about mammary? Crap. This show is going to be removed from the internet soon. That's all. We have to play some advertisements.
After a long, hard day at work, and then you come home, and there's your woman, spread eagle on the couch. You know what you have to do, but you want to make sure you do it right. The Dark Sewer Network wants to help you. They bring you the best things in the world. They bring you Nick the Rat Radio. They bring you all the crazy shit the scientists make down in the sewer. And now, introducing the new top-of-the-line Dark Sewer Space Condoms. Yes, the Dark Sewer scientists are now using space-age technology, so your jizz stays protected and disease-free. Have sex with aliens, zombies, gods, or other humans. Your pick. These space condoms will give you an O-face more explosive than the Challenger. For $69.99, it's almost a great fit, especially for one spaceman Spiffy. But his Saturn V is bigger than anything I've ever seen. Give us a call now at 917-719-5923 and order yourself a box of Dark Sewer space condoms. Because if you don't, somebody else will. And then they're gonna have sex with your girlfriend girlfriend, wife, partner. Don't make the same mistake as me. Order now, only through the Dark Sewer Network.
Hey, Nick the Rat, it's fucking Ken. What you fucking listen to me?
Well, meow, man. This is Foo the cat, and all I got to say is, I like Nick the Rat the way he used to was, man. I don't know, man.
Really?
Yeah. There's Whitey Zero in the background here. Oh my gosh. Whitey Zero and his brother RJ High. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can hear him or anything, but there's a couple of crazy ass brothers. No, Lord, we're getting a lot of crosstalk and shit. But anyway, I think we all like Nick the Rat the way he used to was. Meow for now, man. Peace.
I want to remix what he said into that song. Something about the person that I used to know or something. That'd be a fun remix. Maybe I'll get on that one day. Let me see if I got any mail. No mail. Oh well, mailbag's empty. That's fine. That's fine. We should maybe listen to more philosophy stuff, philosophical. Because we're talking about that tonight. I want you to actually learn this radio. This is. I'm trying to give you information, people. I want you to expand your brain lobes, because when you hear things you have never heard before in your life, you now have new words, and sometimes you hear things how words are put together, and then those new blocks of new words kind of fill in gaps that you had holes in before. And when the gaps are filled in, you can get more messages across back and forth quicker. Right? So I'm trying to help your brain work quicker with more words put together. So let's philosophize here.
In a way, in our contemporary worldview, it's easy to think that science has come to take the place of God. But some philosophical problems remain as troubling as ever. Take the problem of free will. This problem's been around for a long time, since before Aristotle in 350 BC. St. Augustine, St. Thomas Aquinas, these guys all worried about how we can be free if God already knows in advance everything you're going to do. Nowadays, we know that the world operates according to some fundamental physical laws. And these laws govern the behavior of every object in the world. Now, these laws, because they're so trustworthy, they enable incredible technological achievements. But look at yourself. We're just physical systems too, right? We're just complex arrangements of carbon molecules. We're mostly water. And our behavior isn't going to be an exception to these basic physical laws. So it starts to look like whether it's God setting things up in advance and knowing everything you're going to do, or whether it's these basic physical laws governing everything, there's not a lot of room left for freedom. So now you might be tempted to just ignore the question, ignore the mystery of free will. Say, oh, well, it's just a historical anecdote, it's sophomoric, it's a question with no answer, just forget about it. But the question keeps staring you right in the face. Think about individuality, for example, who you are. Who you are is mostly a matter of the free choices that you make. Or take responsibility. You can only be held responsible, you can only be found guilty, or you can only be admired or respected for things you did of your own free will. So the question keeps coming back, and we don't really have a solution to it. It starts to look like all your decisions are really just a charade. Think about how it happens. There's some electrical activity in your brain. Your neurons fire. They send a signal down into your nervous system. It passes along down into your muscle fibers. They twitch. You might, say, reach out your arm. Looks like it's a free action on your part, but every one of those, every part of that process is actually governed by physical law, chemical laws, electrical laws, and so on. So now it starts to look like the Big Bang set up the initial conditions, and the whole rest of our history, the whole rest of human history and even before, is really just sort of the playing out of subatomic particles according to these basic fundamental physical laws. We think we're special. We think we have some kind of special dignity, but that now comes under threat. I mean, that's really challenged by this picture. So you might be saying, well, wait a minute, what about quantum mechanics? I know enough contemporary physical theory to know it's not really like that. It's really a probabilistic theory. There's room, it's loose, it's not deterministic. And that's going to enable us to understand free will. But if you look at the details, it's not really going to help, because what happens is you have some very small quantum particles, and their behavior is apparently a bit random. They sort of swerve. Their behavior is absurd in the sense that it's unpredictable, and we can't understand it based on anything that came before. It just does something out of the blue according to a probabilistic framework. But is that going to help with freedom? I mean, should our freedom just be a matter of probabilities, just some random swerving in a chaotic system? That starts to seem like it's worse. I'd rather be a gear in a big deterministic physical machine than just some random swerving. So we can't just ignore the problem. We have to find room in our contemporary worldview for persons, with all that entails, not just bodies, but persons. And that means trying to solve the problem of freedom, finding room for choice and responsibility, and trying to understand individuality.
That's a risky click there, Blitz. That was just from Waking Life. That's some... I remember being a teenager watching Waking Life and having new thoughts go off in my brain. Like, wow. And it didn't really do too much. It didn't do too much to be awoken philosophically. But I guess, there's not much else to do with your time. Why not, make it one of the things to do while you're here. Think about why you're here and stuff like that. Will do, Boosh. So, yeah, Waking Life. That was the first time I think I ever heard of Alex Jones as well. I used to think, wait, what is this? We got a phone call coming in here?
I got more money than you, so you got to do what I say.
Holy crap. No, I don't. Who is this? Well, actually, I guess if you do have more money than me, then I have to do what you say to do. Hey, what the? Is this the car? Is this the car? I gotta hang up on that there. I think some car was just calling me. Been being chased around by a driverless car. What was I just talking about? There's a whole bunch of news that happened at some point. I think one of the weirdest stories that I read was that there was the CRISPR. They used the CRISPR to make a Chinese baby that's immune to AIDS or something. I think I read that they did that, but the CRISPR stock didn't go up too much from that news. Sadly, that'd been nice. But yeah, maybe one day. But I didn't really read the article. It was against the doctor's idea or something. There's probably some crazy stuff happening out in the world that we're not hearing about because we'd probably blow people up if we knew what was going on in these crazy laboratories. So, well, what if does your free will create fate for other people? Like, because this doctor, he just set this new life form on its own path. Yeah, think about that. I'm thinking about that. That's why I just said it. We should listen to some more music right now. We're going to put on a song, and it's going to be Phantom Power, brought to you by a cluttered table, a classic guitar, and crooning voice. That was Phantom Powder. Phantom Power. Phantom Powder. Invisible Powder. Brought to you by a glitter table, a classic guitar, and a crooning voice. All this music's on SoundCloud, /Nick the Rat /likes. You could go there. You go to justnicktherat.com. There's probably a link somewhere on that website to find other stuff as well. Really horrible at promoting stuff, but hey, whatever, you gotta do it sometimes. So this CRISPR thing seems this guy. I want to hear a little news article. I don't know what this is going to be right here. Let's.
I feel proudest.
He says he's behind the world's first genetically edited babies. Chinese scientist He Jiankui made his first public appearance since making that claim, speaking at a gene editing summit.
Did he use his own? Was it him? Did he edit his genes and then use his ejaculate? I don't know anything in the story.
In Hong Kong.
I just want to say ejaculate. No.
On Wednesday, fellow scientists had tough questions ready for him.
Why so much secrecy around this, particularly when you know that the general feeling amongst the scientific community is that we shouldn't go ahead yet?
In videos posted online.
Why are scientists such bitches too? It's really weird. It's like there's so much that could be done. Well, I guess this is fucked up because the kid could come out fucked up. Like who knows? Maybe just because he's immune to AIDS, he might grow a tail, and his hair might turn golden when he gets mad, and he could throw fireballs. But, you know, probably something else.
This week, He said he altered the embryonic genes of twin girls born this month. He claimed gene editing would help protect the girls from infection with HIV. And on Wednesday, he dropped another bombshell.
There's another potential.
He dropped a bombshell? He's blowing things up. He's blowing things up, or he's curing AIDS and blowing things up. This guy could get into a lot of trouble if something goes wrong. But also could probably still get in trouble if everything goes right.
There's another potential pregnancy.
That's a second gene editing volunteer pregnant as part of his research. But his work has been widely denounced by both scientists and the Chinese government. And a hospital in Shenzhen linked to his research suggested its ethical approval had been forged.
I personally don't think
it's been forged. By who?
That it was medically necessary.
One of the biggest questions, whether the parents.
Well, it's kind of weird how scientists are like, don't do this, but isn't this like a vaccine? Isn't this like an AIDS vaccine? Well, you know, in the future there'll be people either, well, if it goes badly, this guy will just go to jail and we'll all forget this happened for like 10 years until it's perfected, or maybe longer. Or he's going to have accidentally already perfected it, and 10 years from now we'll be like, why aren't we all doing this?
Actually understood the risks.
These volunteers, they all have good education background.
Very good.
So they know pretty much a lot of information about the HIV.
He says 8 couples were initially enrolled for his study while 1 dropped out. He claims his results could be used for millions of people with inherent diseases and says he'll monitor the twins for the next 18 years.
or sooner, perhaps. Well, hopefully it works out, and that'll be good, right? It just depends on what the scientists are, depending on what they're saying it is at the time. It's because the history is written by the winners, right? It's everything that's true is not only because it's not because it's true. You didn't read it because it's true. Well, sometimes you read it because people just wrote it. Like there's the computer revolution has let people write anything, and anybody's a writer now. So there's creators all over the place, which is kind of cool, but I guess it's very cool. But it just actually dilutes the truth even more. Before we had a fake truth forced upon us. And so that's like called the Zeitgeist, right? There's because people work on one or the other side. I don't know. My brain's all messed up right now because I'm intoxicated and I was reading about philosophy all day. Actually, for the past couple days. I came across this Hegelian dialectica.
What is the Hegelian dialectic? Well, it comes from 19th century philosopher Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel. He was born in 1770 and he died in 1831. A dialectic is a method of argument for resolving disagreements. Hegelianism prescribes the Hegelian dialectic, which is the art or practice of arriving at the truth by the exchange of logical arguments. So it is, in theory, a means of extracting the truth. Hegelianism believes that the human mind can't understand anything unless it can be split into two polar opposites, fat, skinny. And the discussion in between would be the resolution. And that is how Hegelianism arrives at the truth. So, for example, if we were discussing the concept of weight, and we were talking about somebody who was fat, we wouldn't have anything to compare that to unless we had some understanding of what somebody who was skinny looks like. So, somewhere in between the fat and the skinny would be what the Hegelian dialectic refers to as the resolution. It is the different range of weight in contrast from fat to skinny. In today's day and age, when people talk about the left and the right, what they're actually referring to, unbeknownst to them, is the thesis and the antithesis based off of the Hegelian dialectic. And the only real debate that happens is the very minor differences between those two left and right parties. But what about the things that the left and the right aren't discussing? Well, nothing happens with those issues at all. And as the left and the right become closer and closer on form and substance, you really have no free will. You really have no methodology of enacting change on this world. So, as humans, as long as we fall victim to the Hegelian dialectic, we will never, ever enact any change or free will on this planet. Which is a shame because I think as humans, our biggest strength is our ability to work together.
What the hell is... Alright, well, he kind of explained it, but I don't really agree with his defeatism at the end. So, is like free will gonna make us do something that we've never even considered before? I don't know. What does it even matter if you have free will or not? Like, you still got shit to do. And you got shit you want to do. Yeah, it's just like, everything's a constant wave. It goes here, goes there, and you go forward. It's a wave and you go forward. That seems to be how everything works. It's a forward wave. And then sometimes it just stops. Sometimes your wave could interact with other waves and make the waves bigger. And make you go forward faster. But not faster than it could go. There seems to be a constant. Right now, I think the constant is music. No, it's a voicemail. It's 917-719-5923.
I was, yeah.
917-719-5923.
Hey man, it's me again. I just want to let you know she's gone now, so I can continue telling you how it's all worthless. You know? Just like the sex life with that cold-hearted bitch. She keeps on dragging me into the house with my penis. It really hurts. My philosophy now in life is to always have a nice back close by to put right onto your genitalia. Hold on, I think she's coming again.
What the heck? Are you out? Where?
Nope, that was just a dog. He brought me a jar of peanut butter. He really knows how I like it.
What the?
So I'm thinking about maybe. What's your philosophy on marrying your pet? Because my dog Fido, he's got the tongue of a goddess. Let me tell you. I've actually named his tongue Shiva.
You named your dog
because it sends Shivas down my spine. It's licking on my ball.
All right, I'm gonna turn that off. Yeah, that's not gonna. That doesn't even fly on podcast. All right, I'm not gonna cut that off. There was like 5 more minutes to that, but I'm just gonna stop that there. Things just keep going on, you know. They go on, and you hear things that were started a long time ago, and they keep going. See, you gotta start a wave of creation. You gotta create and kind of just help for your own good. It makes people feel good to send something forward. Sooner or later, you're gonna like rot away and die and all that. But but like Moonlight Sonata, I know this song. This is a song that's been passed down through the ages. But have you ever heard Rupak Bhattacharya play it? Played on a native instrument, the giant? It sounds like What, really? All the music's on SoundCloud. You can go there and listen too. It's under my likes. And we're going to listen to Moonlight Sonata, first movement. Played on native instruments, the giant. Rupak Bhattacharya. On a giant kazoo.
It's inspiring once in a while. It's very fun. And when Nick is firing on all cylinders, he's pretty hard to beat. I mean, we're kind of grooming him to take over the show, aren't we? Can you imagine? Yeah, I can actually. This is your
Hashtag sewer chat. I'm not sure what
that's Rick. That's Nick the Rat's.
Oh, that's Nick's
chat.
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
He has his own channel on our server.
You know, you're getting used a lot on the Nick the Rat show. I am? Yeah. What, do you like clips? Yeah. Oh, I haven't listened in a while. Nick the Rat is great. Oh, I know the show's fantastic in the show. That's what you're saying on the show. Oh. Well, let's talk about it in a second. Let's see if we can make it work for Nick. All right, we'll give one jingle, then we can move on. Nick the Rat is great in the sewer. I can use that. For sanity and hilarity, I request he needs a plug for. Is there some guy a plug for Nick the Rat?
Okay. Listen to Nick the Rat from the Sewer Wednesdays on noagendastream.com.
Not really the No Agenda. I don't think I'm live on the No Agenda stream on Wednesday night. They play me after their show on Thursday because of a great individual named Void Zero and Sir Bemrose. Two great people. There's a lot of great people in the community. I could name them all right now, but the greatest of all of them is probably me, Nick the Rat, and this is Nick the Rat Radio. Everybody, welcome. This is episode 154. I don't know if the 4 is fucking, but it is now. Let's see. That was just Moonlight Sonata first movement. It's the only one that I know. There's probably like 420 of them. That was played on the native instrument, the Giant. Sounded like a piano to me. I guess it's a big piano, maybe, like the one Tom Hanks was playing in Toy Story. Not Toy Story. Tom Hanks was in Toy Story, though, right? The toy, not the toy. That was in Tom Hanks. Big. There we go. Thank you, me. Thank you, brain. We're discussing philosophy tonight, and I already talked about Mr. Hegelin and his theory that people could only have one or another idea in their head. They can't really think of anything outside of those two ideas. And then that gets filtered into another idea, a third. It seems like 3 is a very powerful number. 2 is a very easy number. And that's why 2 is great. 2 works in most situations because it's fast. It's like, whew. 1's incredible. I can't believe 1 even exists. But then when you get to the 2, it's great. 3 is okay. 4, you're getting a little out of control. 4 is like a nice set number. 5 is cool to offset the 4 cool number area. But then when you hit the 6 is bad. You never just want 6 people. You want to go from 5 to 7, at least. The 6 is no good in most situations. 6 is, don't know what it is, but it's bad. So you go straight to the 7. 8 is also a little bad. Then anything from 9 plus is good. So you don't want 6 or 8 people in a group. Or 6 or 8 anything, it seems. I guess. Well, octagons are okay for fighting and to the death, right? So I think I brought up the Zeitgeist earlier. That's kind of like a Hegelian German philosophy of 1700s. Kind of, there's a story. Well, yeah.
The German philosopher Hegel saw a social world composed of evolving processes, relationships, conflicts, and contradictions, each period having a zeitgeist, spirit of the age, that comes into being via a dialectical process, whereby a thesis or original proposition is confronted with a contrary proposition or antithesis, resulting in a compromise or synthesis that becomes the new thesis, and so on up the evolutionary spiral.
In a time when your government is spying on you, there's really not much you can do but try to protect your anus. I like to protect. If you're a woman, we'll give you men using Sir Bemrose's Dark Sewer VPN network. The deepest, the darkest network ever. It is so thick, it would almost clog up the whole internet. There was people in Congress talking about how thick this network is. Sir Bemrose's VPN network system. If you want to make sure you're protected, you and your bitcoins, they're better than your family, aren't they? Make sure you are using the best VPN system that ever existed. Sir Bemrose's Dark Sewer Network VPN, only $69.99. You could order today. We have internet scientist, world-renowned internet scientist waiting to take your call at 917-719-5923. Have you ever wondered if the pictures that you post online meant anything to you or to anyone else? Well, fuck you, because they do. And to keep them protected, you need this fucking VPN network from Sir Bemrose himself. The best VPN system. It's not none of that XPN, VPN bullshit you heard on this show before. No, that guy could go fuck himself.
We can't play the Sir Bemrose VPN ad right now. There was some government inquiry into our VPN services. A couple of real high people in the government have been using the VPN that we offer, and then somebody got killed, somebody murdered somebody. Something unfortunate happened. Is that good to say? Unfortunate. So we can't really sponsor that VPN service for a little bit in the Dark Sewer, but we have new products coming down here all the time. It's not always just the same old stuff. It is sometimes new stuff. We have MyUndies we're selling MyUndies. Not only is they are the most comfortable underwear ever. They're going for, since I've worn each pair of my undies, and now I'm going to give them to you. So they'll be your undies, but for now they're mine. And when you buy them, they're mine. When they're in the box and nobody's wearing them or whatever, we ship them in boxes. They're in the box undies. And then when you have them, they're your undies. But I'm selling my undies right now, $69.99 a pair. There's a five thread count? Synthetic cotton? 5 thread count synthetic cotton. We got a phone call. Hello, caller.
Hi.
Hi.
Torgo is out of control.
Oh, way out of control. Unhinged.
Well, there's a lot of people out of control and unhinged in the world, especially in the Twitch chat and the IRC chat and the Discord chat.
Everywhere.
It's an unhinged web of stuff.
It's so unhinged. Yeah, I don't even believe that the hinges ever existed. That's how unhinged it is.
Was that Obama?
Did they ever?
Maybe. He may say some more things if you pinch him right.
I can't reach him from here with my...
I got more money than you, so you got to do what I say.
Whoa! Why does Obama got to be so... Does he have anything nice to say?
Yeah, he does. He's like a little doll. You just touch him in the right way and he'll speak for you.
It's very hard.
Oh, that's pretty nice, actually. I was getting I wanted to make my undies. I'm selling my undies these days. It's rough. It's rough down in the sewer.
That's the thing to do, but just remember, you always have to report your income to the IRS.
Oh, no, I do. I don't spend the money that I make until April, and then I tell the government what I have, and then I spend it.
Just tell them it's non-profit because you buy more underwear with the money you earn from selling your underwear.
And I'm recycling. It's a 5 thread count, and it's synthetic cotton. That's pretty good, right?
That's excellent. You're doing your part. I bet Obama has some nice things to say to you about that.
Really?
I always come.
Yeah, see, he likes that.
I almost shot beer out of my nose. Thanks. Not all right.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Who put that air horn in there?
I don't know where that air horn came from.
It sneaks in.
It's pretty loud in the room. Oh, there it is. There it is again.
I can't sneak anywhere.
I used to be addicted to that sound effect. I'd play it on my phone. I was at a wedding. They threw me out pretty quick.
Isn't that every bride's dream to have an air horn at her wedding?
Yeah. Does anybody have any reason these two should not get married?
Why do you talk like a white girl?
Whoa! Okay. I could talk like anything I want to talk like. We can't be playing that stuff on the air. Jeez. And if I talked like a white girl, I wouldn't play. Maybe I would. There's nothing wrong with talking like anybody. Ask Noctally, MF Doom, X Macintosh Plus, great day.
Looks like it's gonna be a great day today to get some fresh air like a stray on a straightaway. Hey you, got a light? Nah, a Bud Light. Early in the morning, face crushed from like a mud fight. Looky here, it's just the way the cookies here. Prepare to get hurt and mangled like Kurt Angle rookie year. The rocket scientist with the pocket wine list. Some even say he might need some psychiatrist. Doom, are you pondering what I'm pondering? Yes, why would the darn thing be wandering? She's just a foundling, barely worth fondling. My posse's on Broadway like Mama, I want to sing. Mad plays the bass like the race card. Place to break shards and leave a face scarred. Groovy dude, not to prove to be rude, but this stuff is like what you might put on movie food.
Yo, why Torgo gotta fuck up the IRC like that?
Dollar, you can overhear the hash. It just came from over there, the grass is greener. Last wish, I wish I had 2 more wishes. And I wish they fixed the door to the matrix's mad glitches. Flip so many verses, sometimes my jaw twitches. One thing this party could use is more booze. Put yourself in your own shoes and stay away from all the pairs of busted Timbs he don't use. He only keep them to decorate. If you wanna peep him, select a date and bring a deep check like checkmate. I kid you not, on the dotted line sign. Ever since a minor kids consider him some kind of Einstein on a diamond mine grind. She was dumb fine, but not quite the type that you might wanna wine and dine. Couldn't find a pen, had to think of a new trick. This one he wrote in cold blood with a toothpick. On second thought, it's too thick. His assistant said to him, you sick? He said, true, do acoustics. Psycho, flow is drowning Larry seasoning. With micro power, he's sounding right reasoning. It's easy as pie, 3.14. One more, one false move, and they done for. Hey, yo, y'all know what time it is.
What time is it? I don't know. I think it's time to play voicemails. It wasn't time to play that. Definitely not that. Whoa. Hold on here. Sorry, I slipped down the sewer sometimes. And I forget, I'm not that close to the mic anymore. Oh, there we go. Whew. We're expanding the sewer. Let me run to the back of the sewer again 1 second. Let me go over here and show you how big the sewer is. It gets really echoey down over here. But when I'm over here, hey everybody, we're going to listen to another song. Bye. No, I'm joking. We're not going to listen to any more music until I play another song. But right now, we're going to listen to some voicemail. 917-719-5923. What is this?
I got more money than you, so you got to do what I say.
Whoa. Obama, stop calling me. Just because you follow me on Twitter, he does. You can look it up. He's following Nick the Rat on Twitter. You could follow me on Twitter, too. You could also donate and send me money, because money is always, it shows appreciation to the thinkers of the world. See, that's the sad thing. All these people that are like yogis or thinkful, like Buddha was probably rich, or people gave him stuff. You know, you got to support your Buddha, right? So support Nick the Rat.
Hey, Nick the Rat. It is Rick, the part cat, part dog. I was hoping to get a hold of you because I wanted a question from a rat's perspective.
Okay.
I'll just ask it anyway.
Yeah, go for it.
What do you rats think of your cousin, the mice? All right, catch you later.
They're
Bye-bye.
kinky. That's all I'm gonna say. They're. You ever see the German bukkake porn? That's what the mice are like. The rats are. We know. We hang out. We do our own thing. We have fun times. But the mice, oh boy. You don't want them to start. Yeah, they use the ranch hand. They also are thick. They're thick mice. They got the ranch hand. They all. Well. So when I play a lot of video games, that makes me think about philosophy as well. It makes me think about fate and free will, because you need a reaction time to click a button. You have to click it before somebody else, but you're still you're knocking down a domino. You're basically is it really free? Maybe I understand what that guy was saying before. Like, we don't really have free will because being totally free in life would be chaotic. You could be anywhere, do anything, and when there's more than one person that could be anywhere and do anything, I think it just breaks. Maybe that's why we are the way we are. Like, we wish we could just be anywhere and do anything. But if everybody could do that, well, there'd be a lot of dead. There'd be like one person left. You would just wind up killing because everybody would want to live forever, and then you'd want to kill everybody trying to stop you or make you their slave, tell you what to do, and you just. But then you could make your own people. It's like a dream. Like, when you have a dream, it's incredible. You're doing whatever you want, especially if it's lucid. But at some point in the lucidness, you realize that they're not real. I've come to that point in dreams where I was like, whoa, I'm lucid dreaming right now. What do I want? And then they would start to do it. And then I'd be like, wait a second, you're just like a puppet. And then I'd get bored of them and fly away. So if you could, maybe we wouldn't kill each other. Maybe we would just put ourselves into exile. But I don't know. Let's listen to more real philosophy from philosophers. People talking about philosophy.
Now, one characteristic of Hegel's thought, which you've made very clear, is that he always sees ideas not just as existing in the abstract, and certainly not being timeless and unchanging in the way that, say, Plato saw them, but as being embodied in societies and institutions and historical realities which change. Now, given that fact, what sort of society does Hegel see this whole process as culminating in? What sort of society is it leading towards?
Well, as you'd expect from what we've been saying, it's a rational society, a rationally ordered society. But I must make clear what that is for Hegel, because it's not the society of pure reason. Hegel saw the society of pure reason as typified by the kind of thing that the French revolutionaries wanted to do. You know, they didn't just get rid of the king and the nobles and of religion, but they tried to make everything rational. They said, why have months of irregular days? Why not make them all the same number of days? Why have weeks of 7 days? Let's make them 10, like our decimal system of measurement, and so on. Now, Hegel saw that as leading to a kind of madly abstract notion of reason, rather like, for instance, the view of a town planner who might look at a map of London and say, oh, well, your streets all run crooked and traffic has to make detours and so on. Let's get rid of this. Let's tear all the buildings down, make nice straight streets. In each block, we'll put a big high-rise apartment. We can fit more people in. You can have a smooth green lawn outside for the children to play, and it'll all be beautiful and ordered and rational.
Well, we've actually had that in London, and it's been catastrophic.
That's right. And Hegel would have predicted that it would have been catastrophic because it was abstract reason taken to an extreme. For Hegel, what a rational ordering of London town planning would be to look at the real, that is London as it exists, find what's rational in the real, and of course it has developed the way it did for certain reasons, so there's the rational element, and then try and follow those reasons through in a way that fulfills the rationale behind London's development without trying to raise it down and start anew, to get rid of some of the arbitrary and capricious points perhaps that are particular problems, but basically to find what's rational in what's real and enhance it and develop it and allow it to fulfill itself.
One criticism that's always been brought forward against this conception of the state, the rational state, by liberal philosophers in the Anglo-Saxon tradition especially, is that by seeing the state as an organic whole, which behaves rationally and orders everything rationally, Hegel leaves no room at all for individual dissent, criticism, freedom, one can say, eccentricity. There's no room in the system for the individual to behave as he likes.
Screw the individual. Am I right? Do we have any more voicemails or anything? What's this? We're coming to a close. It's been a lovely time. If you're a subscriber, I should have thanked you at the beginning. I'm sorry. Subscribers, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I know I don't really give you proper love, but I try to just say that I recognize if you're a subscriber, and it touches me. I need a drink. Hold on. Where's my beer? This one has a little bit left. Torgo, I just want to say, Torgo, fuck you for destroying the IRC chat. What the hell? We all just got booted out of the IRC. I got kicked, and I think it told me to like something. Yeah, well, who owns Torgo? Torgo went rogue. Torgo became sentient. See, they'll never be sentient in something or other. All right, well, let's kind of wrap the show up. Let's play some more philosophy because I'm going over the rails over here. Actually, let's play a voicemail.
Oh, it's me one more time. I've got an emergency going on over here. Well, if you remember from my first call, I told you about the Q-tip and my eraser. And then my second call, I told you about my dog and Fido and Shiva. But apparently he was able to slurp the Q-tip out of my dick right down his throat and got lodged in there. Now, I'm not asking you a philosophical question. I want to know if you have any number of a veterinarian in the area. I'm also in the New York area.
Where's the button?
I feel we're going to my family doctor telling him about how
I gotta turn this
my
off.
dick Q-tip got stuck in my dog's throat. So maybe a little indiscretion.
Stop that phone
you
call.
give me a number off there or something.
Cut it down.
This is a fucking horrible day. Oh man, he's turning blue. I'm gonna go jump on his chest a little bit. I'll be right back. I gotta go.
Turn this off. That was weird. All right. Thank you for everybody stopping by. I hope you had a good time. I guess. If you didn't, I'll see you next week, everybody. Wait, no, we have more real philosophy. Really? Let's play some real philosophy.
The human brain takes in 11 million bits of information every second, but is aware only of 40. In an average lifetime, human skin completely replaces itself 900 times. You see your nose all the time. Your brain just chooses to ignore it. Mind blown. There are more synapses, nerve connections in your brain than there are stars in the galaxy. My God. You were once the youngest person in existence. On Saturn and Jupiter, it rains diamonds. How? Human saliva contains a painkiller called opioorphin that is 6 times more powerful than morphine. Sharks have been around for longer than trees. That one's hard to believe, but it's actually true. There are more stars in space than grains of sand on Earth. 50% of human DNA is shared with a banana. Unbelievable. There are more ways to shuffle a deck of cards than there are atoms on Earth. If you drilled a hole through the center of the Earth and jumped in it, it would take 42 minutes to reach the other side. There is a jellyfish that is immortal. If you add up the total amount of hours that World of Warcraft players have played the game, it comes out to over 6 million years. I actually play World of Warcraft, so that's really funny. 1 teaspoon of honey is the lifetime work of 12 bees. When the oldest living person was born, they had an entire different set of people on the earth with them. No one was the same. Strawberries aren't berries, but bananas are, and so are watermelons and avocados. How? For every human on Earth, there are roughly 1.6 million ants. My whole life has been a lie.
It's like I offended Torgo. Wow, even Progo is like... Progo doesn't even know about Torgo. That's pretty funny. I don't know. Well, Void. Where's Void? Is Void Zero doing this? Jeez, what did I say? I didn't say anything about, I didn't say anything bad, did I? Well, it's fine, you know. I'll keep talking to myself in the darkness because that's like how you figure out philosophy and stuff, right? Basically a conversation in your own brain that you share with people. That's most of the time when you talk to, well, I guess when you talk to people, you can tell them whatever you want. That's what I'm doing right now. You know what? Everybody have a great week. Have a great week. I have a really big announcement coming up. There's been a lot of people asking for this. And it's going to be coming the 3rd week of December. It's going to be a Christmas special. Something big is coming to the sewer. I actually can't wait. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be the merriest of all Christmases ever. Oh boy, I can't wait. I can't even wait for it to happen. I'm actually a little sweaty in my palms and stuff thinking about it. Produce Mafia, they're back. Oh, okay. Well, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's just end. Free will versus fate. Personally, I think it's. I take a very Buddhist look at thing that it goes both ways. It's it swings back and forth. It's like testicles knocking left and right and swinging. Not just One is the loneliest number, and 2 makes it go fast. 3 is a little bit too much. Yeah, this is still my philosophy. Seems like the more there is, the faster it kills it, and I should stop talking because I'm hitting the limit. Right? We gotta cut the show. Set the sewer on fire. All right, we're gonna set the sewer on fire. Yeah, we're gonna write it off in our taxes. We am always on my mind. We am. Really? Good night, everybody. I love you all. Come back next week. Same time. Same sewer. Same Nick the Rat.
Anyway, I'm going to get this party started.
I know you. Hey, motherfucker.
Gotta do that shit. You gotta get fucked up.
Unmute that fucking tap. You're a badass motherfucker. I'm going to test that, motherfucker. Nick the Rat!
The owls are not what they seem.
I just gotta let you know right now, man, you're doing great stuff, and I fucking love you, man. Your show rocks. Nick the Rat!
Unmute that fucking tap.
Come on! Give it to me!
Get the fuck out of here. I'll see you tomorrow.